Hello everyone, welcome back to a match preview. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. A Saturday morning, 12:30 here in the UK kickoff. And usually I do like these type of games. You don't have to wait around for your team. I hate the Sunday kickoffs, especially the 4:30 ones. Every single team has played and you're just there waiting for your team to play. But the 12:30 ones, I like them. If it's not an away one, I hate it. When it's away, I hate it. But when it's home, I like it. I like just, it's the first thing. It's the first thing in the morning. You just get to see your team play, and then you just watch the rest of the teams play, no pressure. But yeah, it feels good to finally be watching Premier League. I think it's been 2 weeks since Arsenal's last game, and to be honest, like the international break, it just feels like it's so often, isn't it? It just feels like it's every week. Usually when it starts, I hate it. Honestly, I do hate it, but after a few days, I like it. It's just a nice break. But enough time wasting. Let's get into a look. Arsenal players. Arsenal players had a good international break. Off the top of my head, you got the likes of Mikel Merino, Madueke, Martin Odegaard, you got Declan Rice, Calafrio, who all played for the national team, and they all played really well. And we can only hope that they just carry it to the Premier League. In terms of Nottingham Forest, look, they have, of course, there's big news with Nottingham Forest. We have had rumours and reports saying that Nuno wasn't on good terms with the owner of the club. I don't know too much, but he was sacked, and now the new manager is and Big Ange. It's quite surprising, honestly. Nuno was sacked. I think he done really well last season. They were a very hard side to break down. I remember also playing them away last season. They were a very hard, rigid side to break down. So it was very surprising it's happened. I'm not sure how the Nottingham Forest fans feel, whether they wanted him sacked or whatever. I'm not too sure. But yeah, the new manager is Ange, and I think he will be on the touchline against Arsenal. Yeah, it just feels like every time Arsenal play, we always have to play against a new manager. I don't know why. It just feels like that's our record. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Nottingham Forest get a new manager bounce. But I think mostly manager bounce only come from when when fans want a change in manager. So I don't know if Nottingham Forest want that. But regardless of this game, look, to be honest, I am still expecting Arsenal to win this game. Arsenal need to send a big statement, especially after the loss against Liverpool 2 weeks ago. This game for Arsenal is more than just winning. It's literally about sending a statement to the rest of the league. I think a lot of Arsenal fans, including myself, we want to see some attacking fluid football. We saw the players in international break, the likes of Merino, the likes of Odegaard, the likes of Madueke, who all look so sharp on international break, and he just put the question, is it Arsenal system why they look so rigid? I mean, you saw Martin Odegaard floating around, and yeah, it just begs the question, is it Arteta system? Is it too rigid? Is it not getting the best out of some of our players? Because we need to see a good performance. We need to see the handbrake taken off. We need to see the shackles lifted. Because we got some tough games coming. Arsenal got a lot of tough games. After this, Arsenal got Man City, and then in a few weeks we got Newcastle. So it's not getting easy. So we need to start seeing the team perform better. Forest literally just lost to Forest lost to West Ham 3-0 at home, and West Ham are a very poor side right now. And and especially with Ange coming in, I don't know how they're going to set up. We don't know if Nottingham Forest are going to set up in their mid block that they usually do, or they're going to play that high line, what Big Ange was doing at Spurs. But wherever it is, regardless, Arsenal need to have a good performance. That's what's key. It's not just about winning, it's about having a good performance. We need to start seeing some good performances, something to give us encouragement, because one of the biggest criticism of Arsenal, especially when last season, was our style of football. We just wasn't good enough. It was so rigid, so boring, so predictable. And yes, you can blame on injuries, but this season we've invested. We got a lot of players in, and that excuse cannot hold up anymore in terms of injuries. We need to start seeing more free-flowing football. I'm so tired of the same repetitive, rigid football. It's like we're playing with a handbrake on. In terms of lineup, yeah, we still do have a lot of injuries. We got no Saka, no Saliba. I don't think any of them two trained. But regardless, something that we did good this year compared to last year is our depth. I mean, we lost a lot of key players. I mean, look, Saka, Odegaard, Saliba right now, Jesus, Havertz, and we still got good cover for them. And that's the thing that gives me confidence this season, is that we have a good enough squad. We're a big enough squad where we almost have 2 to 3 players fitting for every single position, and that is the difference. That's the difference I hope that can take us across the line, because that is something we haven't had for the last 2 seasons, is that squad depth. And not just squad depth, quality squad depth. Because look what players I just mentioned: Saka, Odegaard, Saliba, 3 key players. If any of those were missing, even last season or the season before that, we're finished, and we were finished when we lost them last season. This year, we're not that concerned about losing them because of the fact that we got adequate replacement for them. But yeah, now we just have to hope the squad depth doesn't get injured, because that, just knowing Arsenal, that's our luck. In terms of the lineup, this is my lineup. I'm going to put it somewhere up on the screen. For me, look, most notable one is, of course, Eze starting. And for me, it's enough now. Eze needs to start. He played for England. This guy is ready. He needs to start hands down. And I think, to be honest, I think Eze starting on that left-hand side will fix a lot of our creative issues, because I just think when he plays, he's just such a good enough player that I think as soon as he plays on that, as soon as he starts, we'll just look like a much more balanced side, because you look at our current left-hand side, right? You got Martinelli and Trossard, who are both so inconsistent. And I think with Eze starting, I think the team will just look a lot more balanced, because we won't look so reliant on the right-hand side. A lot of my concerns, especially last season, was how reliant we were on that right-hand side. But now we got a creative player, something that we've been missing in terms of Eze. He's a player that can play on the outside, and he can also drift inside. So I'm very excited to see him play. That is probably my number one thing I'm looking forward to see against Nottingham Forest, seeing Eze play on that left-hand side, because he played against Liverpool. Even for 2 minutes, instantly you saw that quality upgrade on that left-hand side. And for me, I think he will be the difference maker. The rest of the team, it really picks itself. Mascara comes in against a very good against Liverpool. He played very well against them. A very, very good Premier League debut, and I think he just needs to build upon it. So I think for me, he starts. Calafiori also starts. Played really good for Italy this season, and he's been fit this season, which is rare to say, because of course Calafiori has had a lot of injuries last season. And look, he's a very good player for me, Calafiori, similar to a player like Tomiyasu. He was also a very good player, but injuries is what's held him back. So I'm just hoping that injuries doesn't hold back Calafiori, and as long as he stays fit, he will be a very, very important player for Arsenal. And I think he will also allow a lot of our players on the left hand side to play him about, because of the fact that he's a left back that can overlap as well as he can come on the inside. And I think that will give Eze more freedom, whether he wants to go on the outside, whether he wants to come on the inside. So yeah, for me, Calafiori starts. I just think he's such a top player. As long as he stays fit, he's going to be a very, very important player for us. Madueke on the right-hand side picks itself. He played very well against England. I think he even got his first England goal. So congrats to him. And he was probably England's best forward, to be honest. And he is looking like to be a very good signing, because now Saka is out. We're not missing him as much as we would have like 2 seasons ago, or even last season, because now we got someone in Madueke, Premier League experience, England international. He does have experience, he has played a lot of games. He's a very young player, but he has played a lot of games. So that's what gives, I think, a lot of fans confidence. Even though Saka is out, we got someone in Madueke who can give him in a competition. And I think, honestly, just credit to the Arsenal team, the transfer, what is it, the signing department, whoever is the scouts, because in signing Madueke. Because for me, at first, I was against that decision. I was against signing him, because I was just thinking, what's the point of signing him? What does he really offer? But now I've realized that we really needed a backup to Saka, because of the fact that we don't know how Saka's going to react coming after such a big injury, and it looks like it is affecting him a bit. And I think we did rush him last season, so I think we're in a now position where, because we have Madueke, who doesn't even get injured much, the fact that we don't have to rush Saka, because we do have a tendency of rushing players just because of the fact that we don't have enough squad depth, so we almost have to rush these players back. So yeah, Odegaard comes in as well. He played very, very good for Norway. I think he got a few assists and a goal as well. But yeah, for me with Odegaard, when I saw him play against Norway, oh my god, I was thinking this guy looks like a completely different player. So I'm hoping he stays like that for Arsenal. He translates to Arsenal, because for Norway he plays more central, whilst with Arsenal he feels like he's so stuck on that right hand side, like almost touching Saka, almost holding hands with Saka. Sometimes I wish he drifts more to the central part of the pitch, or even on the left hand side, because sometimes he's just a bit too predictable. And I think for a player of his qualities, his technical ability, he really should be performing to a high level. Like, this guy is a very, very talented player. So for me, I want to see the way he plays for Norway, translate that to Arsenal. And yeah, but yeah, the number one thing that gives me confidence leading to this game is because of our squad depth. Like, we have so many injuries, but we have such a good enough team, the way it stands, that we can still compete and we can still win games. I mean, I looked at the lineup against Nottingham Forest last season when we played them and we drew 0-0. we had Mikel Merino, Wanyeri, and Leandro Trossard. Compare that to the front three we're probably going to have this game. A completely different front three, like night and day difference. So yeah, Gyökeres, he's going to be under a lot of pressure this game. He played for Sweden. I don't think he scored, so I don't think he scored. But I think he had some bright moments, but he's going to be under a lot of pressure. I'm expecting Martin Odegaard and Eze to find him, to give him chances, because there were so many moments against Liverpool, against Leeds, where he was making runs, but no one was able to spot him, or no one was making that pass to him. But now I'm hoping with both Eze and Odegaard on the pitch that he gets more chances. He is able to gain good positions and be able to score a few goals, because he's under a lot of pressure for some reason. Well, I understand the reason, but he's going to be under a lot of pressure. So yeah, I'm hoping both Odegaard and Eze give him a lot of chances, because I saw the way Odegaard was feeding Haaland. Just do the same to Gyökeres, because Gyökeres is making those runs. So I don't understand. So yeah. But look, ultimately we need to win, okay? That is just simple as that. I do think we will win. I do think we will win, because I think we just have too much going on Forest. Even you look at our bench, we still got some good players out there. If it doesn't work out, we can still bring on the likes of Martinelli if it's not working. Wanyeri, Max Dowman. So we still got a lot of top players on the bench that we can bring on if it's not going well, or if we need to change something. But yeah, Arsenal need a big performance. It's not just to win. We need a dominating performance. No more excuses. We have a good enough team to win now. A very good team that we should be able to go beat Nottingham Forest. Forest got a new manager as well, so we need to capitalize on that. And really, we can't be dropping any more points, especially at the start of the season where Liverpool are just going to go on a flying run. They just signed Isaac, so they have that good feel factor around them. So yeah, Liverpool, they're going to keep winning, and we cannot afford to drop more points considering we have more tough games coming. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.